Hello, everybody. Welcome to the SAP Enterprise Product Development Overview and Deep Dive into a Requirement Acquisition webinar. Hi, my name is Dave Cramp. I'm Director of Sales here today and will be the moderator for our webinar. Today we have Tuck Nguyen, who is from SAP. He's the Senior Director of Siemens Product Lifecycle Management Solutions and Advisor, and he's a member of the Global Center of Excellence at SAP. He has 20 years experience in the digital transformation industry and has been a huge promoter of this. Also, we have as our demonstrator today, Daria Lahina, and she is our PLM and PEO consultant at LeverX, and she's based out of Europe. She's our pre-sales and our subject matter expert for EPD as well. So with that, I will hand it over to Tuck. Actually, pardon me, sorry, I got one more slide. Who is LeverX? We are been in business since 2003. We have over 800 clients, over 1,500 employees growing daily, 14 offices. We're headquartered in Mountain View, California, with offices in the greater Detroit area, in the greater Philadelphia area in the United States, and various other countries across Europe. We're a strategic supplier for technical services across the world and in many different areas. And as you can see, value streams for SAP. Okay. And here's the IDs. Is this yours, Tuck?
Yes, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, you're looking at based on the IDC's report on the global POM priority survey in July. What we actually get from IDC is the feedback that actually got from the customers right now, ranging from small, medium to large manufacturers. The issues that the customers had to deal with and the top of on their priority is collaborations. That topic has become the one of the major issues for our customers because the pandemic. So at SAP, we're doing the same and looking for ways to help our customers overcome these challenges in new product innovations processes. We are living in the experience economy. So the challenge for our customers is to be able to deliver products, the right products, the right cost, and speedy delivery time to their customers. So from SAP perspective, how we can actually be able to help our customers realize that the experience data, which is our customers, able to gather through survey, and then actually match that with the operation data, which is they already have existed in their business enterprise, the processes. So to drive the better outcome, positive outcome, and values for our customers. So that next slide is what we're going to be talking about is the supply chain. The next slide. The supply chain is the backbone of many of our customers' business. Whether you are in the process or discrete industries, product innovations drive sustainable growth. I think that is something that our customers actually having to deal with every single day. Sustainable innovations is something that they want to achieve. And SAP, from SAP perspective, design to operate or design to consume are the two major business processes framework that we are focusing on to deliver great values for our customers. Design is one of the first pillar in this end-to-end business process. So from that perspective, it begins with capturing the voice of the customers, then turning that feedback into product requirements, then refine them into final products, and then so it can actually be able to meet compliance and sustainable requirements. We can do this in a closed loop business process. So that is something that we can help our customer with. And the next slide is what's going to talk about how actually we're going to be able to help our customer with that. So SAP Enterprise Product Development is the industry public cloud solution from SAP. So the goal is to help drive end-to-end data consumption across the entire operational value chain. When you start defining the products, develop the products, and deliver the products. But the key value is your data is critical to your business because that's your IP. And we can actually be able to help you capture that because we have a system of record, whether it's SAP POM system or SAP Teamcenter by Siemens. So in order to do that, we actually be able to have the way to get that data into the S/4HANA digital intelligent enterprise platform, so you can actually be able to drive better outcome for your customers from that perspective. Another thing that if we talk about the next slide, we're gonna see how actually SAP enterprise product development can help you do that. From the defined perspective, you can actually start doing innovations management, and then you can actually be able to capture the information, and now you can actually turn that into requirements. That requirements acquisitions now can turn into requirements for engineering, so you can actually drive product development downstream. And those are kind of things that actually SAP is doing very well, because we understand the process better than anyone else, and we actually able to help our customers with that perspective. Next slide, please. So if you're looking at the requirements acquisitions now, it's enable our customers, starting with product managers, down all the way down to requirement engineering, capturing the real-time data from your customer voice, the feedback, so you can actually be able to gather information to drive your product innovations from that perspective. The key thing is, based on your customer requirements now, you can actually prioritize exactly what's important to them and what's not important to them, and you can actually be able to serve them effectively and productively from that perspective. And in the end, the outcome will be greater, because now you know that by the time the product's being manufactured and delivered to the customers, you have the audience are willing to accept that products, because they are the one who actually help you drive that process from the beginning with their voice, their feedback. Next slide, please. So engineering requirements is another function within the early stage when you define it, the products development. When you manage now, you have managed the engineering. How are you going to be able to engineering it? How are you going to be able to engineer in such a way that actually it meet the cost requirement? Because a lot of times, if you're engineering something that costs more than what your customer can afford, or it's too expensive, that means you're not going to be able to deliver it to the customers, because the customers cannot afford something like that. So the impact downstream in the supply chains now is something that the design engineering constantly have to think about when they are doing the product developments. So from that perspective, collaborations also with the external supplier is something that's critical to you as well, because sometimes from the customer's perspective, I cannot manufacturing everything in-house, but I want to make sure that whoever would actually help me manufacturing the products now, certainly now able to collaborate at the early stage, when you are able to see the data at the time when the change, the cost of change is much minimal when it's at that early stage. So for what I'm going to do right now, so I'm going to pass over to Daria. She's going to be able to walk you through how that product's enable you to do is capturing the requirements and drive that requirement throughout the entire business process in the context of product development. So Daria, can you please take over, please?
Yeah, thanks, Dave, for the intro. Thanks, Doug. I need to share my screen to start with the presentation slides first, because we need to go through the give me a second, please. I'm sharing in the presentation mode. Okay, you can see my screen now. Okay, so here in the slide, you can see an overall user story of our demo scenario we're going to have a look at today. So let me first take you through this entire user story. So the company faced a delay in the customer's request for product enhancement. So product management department and R&D department are both responsible for avoiding such situations and such cases in the future. Thankfully, company can leverage EPD with integrated SAP Qualtrics to acquire the voice of customer. Besides, EPD collaboration capabilities could be used to foster change management processes, and company could also operate with S/4HANA EPD integration and benefit from efficient EPD test management tools. So on the next slide, you can see the highlights and benefits of our EPD requirement acquisition system. So in a nutshell, we'll see today how companies could advance efficient requirement acquisition by retrieving and analyzing customers' experience and adequately manage product changes by leveraging EPD collaboration, engineering, and requirement acquisition capabilities. Okay, let's have a look. So in a few seconds, we'll jump into the system and see the key capabilities of EPD engineering and EPD requirement management tools. But first, I'd like you to dive a little bit deeper into the process flow of our today's journey. So everything, of course, starts with the creation of SAP Qualtrics survey, which encompasses all the key critical questions on products, performance, and the user experience. After, we'll see how EPD requirement acquisition tools such as feedback plan, collection task, analysis task could support us with retrieving and analyzing the feedback items shared by the customers. Next, we will see here, we will take a closer look on how we could generate a new requirement based on the categorized and analyzed feedback items, and how we can easily link this generated requirement into a collaboration. And I'd like you to see how we can integrate the collaboration, EPD collaboration, this change management process. So we'll see how we can generate a workflow and how we can easily invite external stakeholders to participate in this change management process. So of course, as Tuck mentioned, we not all the time can produce and perform all the activities in the like inside our organization. So that's why we'll invite our external partner to suggest his or her changes to our product bill of materials. And of course, we'll upload this bill of material as a copy, not a productive bill of material, but a copy, not to uncover our secure data to our external stakeholders. And in conclusion, we'll see and we'll familiarize ourselves with all the test management tools of EPD system, how we can handle this test management activities within the EPD. And now I'd like you to go right to SAP Qualtrics. So what is SAP Qualtrics? This is a customer experience management system. A customer experience is the key driving factor to develop the future requirements of our future products. So we, of course, need to hear the market responses to our products, developments and changes. And we can use all we have, and we can use all the tools of SAP Qualtrics integrated to EPD system and requirement management solution to acquire and to accomplish this task of requirement acquisition. So here in EPD Qualtrics, SAP Qualtrics, we can create various types of projects, but we are interested in the survey creation. We've already created one, and let's take a look here on this survey. So SAP Qualtrics provides us with all the tools to generate very custom, so a custom survey encompassing all the questions and providing us with the tools to set up a logic and the sequence of those questions. So you can see at the left-hand panel a edit questions panel. You can see this question types, answer types, choices, and format, all the tools to conduct a survey that will be custom and will be right for your needs. So imagine we've already generated this survey with different questions related to the performance and the satisfaction of our customers, satisfaction with the product. Here in the distribution tab, you can find various options of sharing this survey, of course, and we choose anonymous link. So we just need to copy one and share within our customers via various ways. And the next step, of course, is the EPD system tools to manage all these collected feedback items. We are here now, we're seeing now on the screen a EPD homepage. So you can see in the upper panel various tabs which are related to various topics, various functions. And we need to go to requirement acquisition tab. And first step is creation of a feedback plan. So a feedback plan, this is EPD object, which encompasses all the collection tasks related to collection process of a feedback, like collection process of feedback items from our customers. So we've already created, of course, this feedback plan. So you can see here under collection tasks tab that a feedback plan can consist of like numerous collection tasks. So what is collection tasks task actually? We can open this My Collection Task application where we manage the collection process. So basically you can see this tabs named To Do, In Progress, and Completed, which could like define the status of this of that collection task. So we navigate to completed one because we've already completed the collection process, but let's have a look what is this collection task. So when we create a collection task and assign it to a co-worker in our company, we expect that we are going to see this collection log. So we are going to monitor this collection process. So here first we assign a survey, a specific survey. Here's the integration between EPD and SAP Qualtrics comes into play. So this survey, Intelligent Value Customer Experience Survey, is linked to our collection task, which means that all the feedback collected from this survey, they are going to be retrieved right to this collection task. And also we can schedule the time frames of the start time, the end time, the frequency, how frequent the system will collect the feedback from the survey, and recurrence interval, of course. And under the collection result, you can see the log, which defines how much feedback items were collected within those time frames. So every 5 minutes we collect feedback items from our survey. So we complete collection right in this collection task. So we complete the task. And the next step, of course, is to understand the real customer experience and to analyze these feedback items collected, because of, as I've mentioned previously, there could be numerous of those feedback items. So we navigate to My Analysis Tasks. So when we complete a feedback plan, we can see a tab of creation of analysis task. So only after completion the feedback plan, we can generate this analysis task. So also the same as in collection task application, you can see the statuses, like status tabs here, and we navigate to completed one. So we generated a intelligent value analysis task for our EPD webinar. So that means that within this task, a coworker to whom this task is assigned need to analyze and categorize, also prioritize all the collected feedback items within this analysis task. So you can see this categorize feedback tab here, where all the feedback items collected within the collection task from which this analysis task was created are listed. So we first need to, of course, categorize them, because there could be like a vast topics encompassed and in our survey, and we need to define a category of each feedback to furtherly generate a need. So basically we just select those feedback and assign them the categories. The reason why you do not see any like buttons here, because this task is already completed, but before the completion we of course need to categorize them. And you can see also the field status. That means that done means that, for example, that the need was already generated from this feedback, so it was used. And regarding this categorize, it like just was the category assigned to it, but no needs were generated from this feedback. So we just need to select those feedbacks we are interested in and create a need. We will see button here, create a need, and after creation of need, we'll see this prioritize need button or tab here. You can see that 2 needs were generated right from this analysis task. Also, we define a priority to these needs. So a need, this is EPD object, which defines a specific requirement which was defined after analyzing customer feedbacks. So it's quite critical to acquire the market responses, as it was mentioned previously. So let's get back to the home page and navigate to the specific application developed for these needs. This is manage needs. So we're very close to the creation of a requirement currently. So let me open this need generated from the analyzed feedback items. And here in this need, we of course define the description and name and the list of the selected items. So the list from which items this need was created. Also a nice feature that we can generate a requirement, a specific requirement within or from this need. So what is a requirement? Of course, every company defines a specific requirement for for its products. So it all could be supported by EPD requirement management system. So we just need to click create requirement here. We've already created one, and after that you can see a review requirement button here. So that means that we generate a new requirement in our already existing requirement model from this need. Let me show you this need. We're here. So here at the bottom of the page, you can see this control pane display enhancement EPD webinar. So this requirement was generated right from the need. If like talking about this process a little bit in detail, so you'll define after like clicking this generate requirement button, you will define a specific requirement model from requirement management system linked to EPD. You will define a requirement, and you will of course define if you are creating a specifically like new requirement, or you're inserting like a sub requirement, a daughter requirement to an already existing one. So we can here define some specific information, a description, also the details. A nice feature to mention is that we could easily link SAP S/4HANA cloud objects to these requirements. For example, DMS documents or bill of materials, specification, and variant configuration objects as well. So now we understand what needs our market and our users are facing. And we need to start this collaboration process. So we are quite familiar with these collaboration functionalities, but anyway, let me show you how we can use this and integrate this collaboration into this process of change management. So we just navigate to collaboration, open my collaborations, and we've already created a collaboration here. And we are going to invite external partner to participate in this change management process, because we like our company does not have any resources to, for example, suggest the BOM changes. We need an additional expertise. So a nice feature also here that you can link the generated requirement to this collaboration just by clicking model object assignment. It of course provides us with like easier access to all the objects and to make this EPD collaboration at the place for storing all the data as a place, a virtual room for like a single source of truth. So first step is of course invitation of the participant. So we just need to click add here and define a participant's ID or email, select role as well. So we've invited, let's say, an external partner here. And the next step, we need to share a bill of material of our product with our external partner, and not to uncover the some data or access to our S/4HANA, to the backend system. We just upload a copy of this bill of material to enable our external partner to work on the BOM changes. So the next step, of course, is, so we've already uploaded this bill of material just by clicking to add and selecting a source from which we're going to upload this bill of material. And the next step is generating of a task and assigning it to our external partner. So we just click here to add work item or workflow. So workflow is, of course, a predefined set of tasks. And for example, we define and decide to create a work item, a separate task. We also could easily link various folders and files and provide a description to our work item. So our external partner receives this work item task, which could be seen in my inbox application. I'll show you a little bit later. And external partner just goes to this shared product data tab, opens this BOM uploaded to the collaboration, and clicks to create redlining. So the redlining is, this is a specific type of or extension of a file, which is a copy of a bill of material. So where we can add, delete, and edit various BOM components. So let me show you the already created redlining just in a second by clicking this one. Yeah, so the changes which the edits of the bill of material were highlighted in orange. The deleted components are highlighted in red, of course, and the new one are highlighted in green. So now we, as representatives of a product management department, need to review these suggested changes. So we, as I've shown previously, can easily open this redlining and review the details and reject or approve them. So as all this change process is completed and we hand over to manufacturing our product, the next step, of course, is the test management process. And of course, EPD provides us with all the tools to support this test management process. So let's imagine that we've already performed all the changes to our product, so we now need to test that. So here you can see a test management tab. This is all about supporting change or test management process. So we have all the applications to easily and efficiently support this process. So everything starts with test cases coverage application. This test cases coverage app is integrated to requirement management system, which means that the requirement models which does exist in our requirement management system are listed here. We can easily open them. Why do we need this app? So basically, we can see if the test case is already linked to meet this requirement. So of course, requirement is like a need for meeting a specific standards, etc. So we of course need to test if this or that requirement meets those standards, let's say. So here you can see the requirement model, and under the column linked test cases, you can see that for this control pane display enhancement requirement, we've already created a test case. So we can easily navigate to be assigned tab, select a specific requirement, and create a test case right from this application. But also we can easily navigate to an already created test case just by clicking the link here. So we are navigate to Manage Test Cases application. About the test cases. The test cases is a task for testing a specific object, which is linked to the requirement. Also, we like an additional very nice features that we can upload various attachments here, for example, of various extensions, VDS files, PDF, Word, etc. And we also can define specific test steps of each test case. So it could be numerous test steps related to specific test case. And also you can see that under the assigned requirement step, we can see this control pane display enhancement. And like in the same as for feedback plans, we have these test plans. So this is like a plan for a test in a specific object. So let's navigate to this Manage Test Plans app. So the test plan is the object which encompasses like a list of test cases related to testing process of a specific object. So we can open the one we've created for the webinar, and you can see this test case, redesign intelligent valid test case. So this test case is linked to this test plan. So we are all set now, and we can start the test process. So we need to create a test execution. So a test execution means that or like provides us with the capability of assigning a tests or tasks of tests to specific users. So we create a test execution for a specific test plan. So I'll show you. We click to create test execution, and you can see the field test plan here. You can select from already published test plans, so you can assign this test execution to already published test plan. So we've already created one, of course. It's in progress currently. Yeah. Also, a question of integration here is that you can assign or upload various objects from S/4HANA, for example, bill of materials to as a test objects, for example, to define from like on which objects we're currently working. For example, also the design files, just attachments could be uploaded here. And about the test cases, so we upload a specific or assign a specific test cases from our feedback plan based on which we have created this execution to this execution. So you can see that our test case was created, was added here, which means that we can now assign one to a specific object, to a specific user, and the test process could be started. So this test execution object also provides us with the capability of like monitoring the execution results within this like quite simple and user-friendly diagram showing how much test cases of this assigned to this test execution are performed, failed, or passed. Now let me navigate to my test application. From here, you provide the information about the completed, passed, or failed tests. So assigned to me, it's empty currently, but we navigate to my test case here and open one. So you can see here that we first need to enter result for the test steps. For, of course, each test step can be failed or passed. We need to just click to enter result button here, and only after defining the result of each test step, we could enter the results for complete this test. So we just define a test result, click OK, we submit these changes, and the test management process is completed. So thanks for your attention. That's it. We're at the end of our journey, and I'm open to your questions if you have something to ask. Maybe I need to have a look at the, open the chat. We still do not have any questions. Okay. So anyway, this video will be shared within the participants and on YouTube, I hope. So if something was missed, it could be Dave. Dave, please continue. Maybe anything to add here? I'll stop sharing my screen and okay, let me then.
Okay, there we.
Yeah.
Am I coming through now, Daria? Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So maybe I can share.
Yeah, good. No. Go ahead, Daria.
Go ahead, Dave. I just share my presentation so that we complete. Yeah.
So while Daria's doing that, I'd like to thank Daria and Tuck for reviewing the requirements management portion of the enterprise product development cloud-based application of SAP. It was our pleasure to have you on there on our webinar. If you have any questions, you can contact us. You can see here, contact LeverX.com. Or you can reach out directly to myself, Daria, or Tuck, and we will answer them. You will be, as soon as we get the recording set up and ready, we will send you a link to the copy of this webinar, and we will also send you a copy of this deck that Tuck presented. Once again, Tuck and Daria, thank you for your expertise and sharing it with the SAP community. And thank you again, people who have joined, and we wish you a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice afternoon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time.